Welcome to Meekum's Gone Farmin' Vintage Tractor Auction, featuring the only classic tractor auction of its kind in the country. Today, some of the hardest to find tractors in the world will hit the auction block, so sit back and relax and enjoy Meekum's Gone Farmin' Vintage Tractor Auction.
Hi folks, and welcome to this week's edition of the Meekum Gone Farmin' Antique Tractor Auction from Davenport, Iowa. It's the Spring Classic, and Pat and Max with you once again this week. And if you've been with us over the last several weeks, it's been a treat for antique tractor lovers because we've got some red paint, some yellow paint, some green paint. We're going to have a whole bunch more of that today, Max.
Yeah, and just a lot of neat and interesting different tractors that you don't see every day.
A lot of unique stuff, so sit back and relax and enjoy this week's edition of the Spring Classic Meekum Gone Farmin' Antique Tractor Auction from Davenport, Iowa on RFD-TV. All right, we've got some more shiny red paint coming in here in S75. This is a 1976 FARMALL 1066. It's got the chrome grille. It's complete restoration. 300 hours on the new torque. Front end's been rebuilt. The alternator rebuilt. It's got a stainless steel dash. 1976 was the only year that it was marketed with that black stripe on it, which is unique.
Yeah, and it's like saying you got a 72 40-20. If you got a black stripe 66 series, I mean, they always bring a premium because that was one of the last times that they used that, or the only time they used that black stripe. So.
And it went past 10 grand pretty quick, and they're trying to get fit. They got 15. Now they're looking for 17.5. Well, got to 20 grand pretty quick.
Yeah, no hesitation there. And once again, another beautifully restored tractor.
$19,000 going home to a new owner, that 76 FARMALL 1066. And here S77 is a 71 John Deere 4320, the turbocharged version of the 4020 with a wide front end, synchro range, 3-point hitch, differential lock, dual hydraulics. 6,900, pretty nice low hours on this 71.
Yeah, and once again, 4320s, that's like a 1206 International. I mean, they've really come up in value, and really what it was is Deere was making the 4020. M&W came out with a turbo kit for it. And, I remember seeing some advertisements over the years of Deere when they came out with the 4320. Why would you want to put a turbo on an engine that is not designed for a turbo? And pretty much referring to the aftermarket parts that could be put on a 4020 and pretty much hop it up to the speed of a 4320, the power and everything. And they came out with these. Of course, this has got the little bit different fender with the curve at the back, not like a 4020, a little bit wider, kept that dirt and everything off you, but just a nice tractor. They were a lot of fun to run around on.
Right now about $17,000, looking for 18.
17.5, 18,000, 18, what a bid. 17.5, 18, 18,000, what a bid. 17.5, 18,000. For the close bid, Kevin, 17.5 will be on the other side of $20,000, and the bid goes
wants a little more for that one. It's getting close. He wants a little more than 20,000, so might be able to get together with that individual after the tractor leaves the ring. But right now, we've got S78 coming in, a 1973 John Deere 4230. This is the gas model. One of 33 4230 gas tractors total. One of 23 with the synchro transmission. This tractor's got the original paint, runs and drives great, certified 2-cylinder, very rare, nice original tractor.
Yeah, and of course, one of 33 built total, one of 23 with the synchro transmission in it. So a little bit on the higher side of the rare ones, but as far as it's not one of the other 10 with the other transmission option that they had for the 4230, but with the gas motor, that's what says it all. I mean, they're super rare. You don't see them that often. So
this one's at 30. They're looking for $32,500 right now.
And you can tell that's original by the patina and the fade on the yellow paint and the wheels. And the seat looks like it's original. So, and you can still see that decal on the top of that John Deere roll guard.
Got 30,000, looking for 31. Bid goes on that 73 John Deere. It's a scale replica of a 1938 G. It's a 1/4 size scale. It's got the, it really sounds like a John Deere. That thing is just an amazing replica. You can show this thing, you can parade it, you can play with it. It's a 2-cylinder diesel with hydraulics and the PTO.
Yeah, and it's got a little 2-cylinder diesel engine in it, so it really sounds like a 2-cylinder as it's coming in.
Got a matching little John Deere cooler on the back, and it's got the John Deere stenciled on the rear axle. Just a really neat little replica of a 38.
Yeah, I'm always amazed at the craftsmanship and the skill that some people have. That they can sit there and make these little things and make them look like they do. So
it looks like it comes with a cover too, a custom cover. So. Looking for $9,000 right now. I got 85,000. Just got $9,000 bid. Looking for 9,500.
Yeah, and it's amazing what some people do. We've got a guy back up by us that makes little miniature tractors and shapes the sheet metal down, shrinks it down from a real tractor, and shrinks it down, makes it all look to scale. So it's real neat.
And this thing is selling. The reserve just got met at 10,000, looking for 10,500. $10,000 for that little replica. S82 coming in next. The 1969 John Deere 4020 diesel. Wow, I hope it goes slow in front of us. This is a gorgeous tractor.
Yeah, this one here has been,
wow,
actually almost over-restored. It's so nice. Paint, dual hydraulics, 3-point.
Great tires, just beautiful as it drove by here. Classic 1969 styling. Got the power shift, new front tires, wheel weights, the front weights and the rear wheel weights, new lighting, wiring.
And once again, it's another power shift, so we've seen what they've been selling for the last 2 days.
$22,500 is what they're looking for right now. And they've got somebody on the internet.
Yeah, and these things, I mean, they've just gone crazy in about the last year and a half, 2 years on these 4020 power shifts, just making the John Deere people kind of stand up and take notice here at the prices of what this stuff is bringing now. So
$25,000 bid. Don't have the word yet on the reserve. It is gold. Sold. Kathy got it sold on the internet for $25,000. And now S83 coming in. Another beautifully restored John Deere. This is a 1965 model, a 3020 diesel. This little tractor has got a rebuilt injection pump. It's got new batteries, boxes, synchro shift, new muffler, all new fluids. Got very low hours. It's got brand new front tires and really nice rear tires. And of course, the paint's amazing. This one, unlike some of them, actually clear coated it, so it's got a little extra sheen to it.
Yeah, a little extra protection there to the paint, and just really makes that paint pop underneath these lights. I mean, there's a good glare off of them fenders and everything. Of course, this is a 30-20 standard, so we had that one come through earlier, that gas that was original, and this one here is just as nice of a tractor. It's just been redone. So
right now looking around $24,000 right now, 23 actually.
And the quality of these restorations that we're seeing anymore, I mean, people are just going over the top and just making a real nice looking tractor. So.
And it is sold for $22,500. Kathy got another one. She's on a roll.
She's always a riot to watch
she gets in, and she's got just as much energy right now as she did early this morning. So we've got another great looking John Deere coming in here. Looks pretty much original. This is a 2520 high crop. Got low hours, 3-point, single hydraulics, synchro transmission. Runs great. It does not have a serial tag on it, so we'll have to see how much that might hurt the value.
Yeah, and it usually affects them a little bit, but once again, it's still a tractor. It's on the rare side, so.
Might have had a little paint work done on it at one point, but much of the tractor looks original.
Yeah. You look at the back end, the axle housings, and the boxes there behind or underneath the seat. I mean, that's pretty well untouched. It looks like the hood's probably had some touch-up work done to it, but
right now around $10,000 for this tractor. I'm trying to get. Still looking for $10,000 on this 2520. They just got it as they start rolling it out the door, as they often do.
Yeah, that tractor there, evidently not having a serial number tag has not hurt that much at all. So, and you look at it with the narrow tires like that, it's kind of unusual. We see a lot of them have the wider tires. So,
$10,500, and that one is sold. Now the big boys coming in here. It's kind of fun to look at this out on the lot. Don't see a whole lot of these. This is a 1972 7520. Engine was rebuilt about 1,000 hours ago. Overall, pretty original condition, it looks like. Well cared for tractor.
Yeah, this one here actually comes from up by northern Illinois, where I'm from. Actually belonged to a good friend of mine's family, and they sold it to a party up in Harvard, and he has got her down here to get rid of. And this tractor here, I know it has been restored once years ago, probably about 20, 25 years ago, but the paint has really stood up on this tractor. And I guess pretty much at this time, I mean, just a neat old tractor, and you don't see many of them come up on the Gone Farming sales. But,
big old workhorse right there.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And I've actually got a story from the original farmer that had it. One of his sons was riding with him, and he fell down, hit his head on the clutch pedal while they were out doing some field work, and he ended up with stitches. And we actually had a little bit of tragedy in that family this last week. A good friend of mine by the name of Quinn Gieske passed away in an automobile accident, and it was his family that owned this tractor.
This was your family that had this tractor.
Yeah, they owned this tractor at one time, and I just want to say rest in peace, Quinn, and I'll see you on the other side. So.
Fantastic. Sorry to hear that, but I understand there's quite a tribute to him yesterday.
Yeah, there was quite a tribute to him yesterday, his funeral, and it just kind of, I'm actually welling up a little bit watching this tractor come across, knowing that it belonged to his family at one point. So.
Let's starts its roll out the door, and it's right around that $10,000 mark. They're trying to get for it. 1972.
And that tractor's going to sell, going to a new home.
All right, that's going to bring us up S86, a 1969 John Deere 4020. This has got the front wheel assist. This is the second front wheel assist that we've had in here today. This is the first John Deere model we've had. This one looks, again, like it's had maybe a little paintwork at one point, but pretty much original. Hydraulic front wheel assist, excellent sheet metal. It got the 3-point hitch. It's got the canopy on it, the dual hydraulics, synchro range transmission. Seems to run great. Good looking classic 1969 John Deere 4020.
Yeah, and I would say this one here is pretty close to original. May have had one repaint in its life, but it's got the smaller rear tires on it, but you notice some axles are super long. Got the long axle option on it. Real neat and clean tractor with that roll guard and the canopy on it. So just kind of a run what you brung type tractor, and going for a good amount of money here. And the ones with the front wheel assist are kind of hard to come by. So
looking around $18,000 right now. Reserve is off, so it is selling.
And one of the bidders right now that's got the bid is actually a family from up in Waterloo, Wisconsin, that do a lot of buying and selling of tractors. I've gotten to know them pretty good. So
now, is this a tractor that they'd restore?
No, they'll probably take it up there to Waterloo and advertise it and resell it to someone else that will most likely restore it, or they might keep it original. But
right now it's at $19,000. $19,500 they got bid. They're looking for $20,000. Nice price for this 69 John Deere. Sold for $19,500. All right, Max, let's take a break from the action and go out and talk to Bailey, who's doing some interviews for us. Bailey, who have you got for us?
I'm joined with Steve here from Indiana. Steve, good to have you with us today. Tell me a little bit about your collection.
Okay, the collection is basically starting from tractors that we'd used when I growed up on farming, and tractors were around that era my dad had, and actually the collection is all red, but I farm with all green.
All right, is there anything with sentimental value today?
Well, some of the sentimental values is like the 1456. That was the first real tractor that I started farming with, and so that one kind of brings back a little sentiment. The 560s, 460s, why that was what we used to start farming with also.
Steve, can you tell me a little bit about how you got into the antique tractor game?
Now, the antique tractor was basically, as far as when we got started, was because of the love for farming, the love for doing things like that. But in Fort Wayne, Indiana, there's a shrine unit, and it's called Antique Power, and they actually parade tractors, antique tractors, through the cities. And we've been to St. Louis, Indianapolis, Fort Wayne, cities like that, Cincinnati. So they make a real good presentation at the big cities.
Okay, Steve, tell me a little bit about why you brought the tractors here today.
Well, I could say it was for the money, but no, that's not really true. And I guess so it'd have to be a little bit truth. But truthfully, my wife and I spend a lot of time in education. We spend a lot of time working in 4-H. We have several grandkids now. We have 9 grandkids. And so life's kind of changed, and I enjoy collecting them, putting them together and fixing them. And I just felt now was a real good time to maybe start liquidating some of the group.
You must have had a chance to browse around a little bit so far. Do you have your eye on anything to maybe take home with you?
Well, I've got a few friends that kind of like the green ones too, and they like the red ones, but there is so many very, very good tractors here. So I imagine most of them will sell real well and probably be above my eye level, but yes, you know, there's a lot of the 40-20 power shifts are very attractive. A couple of 530s are very attractive, 630s very attractive, so a lot of very, very good tractors.
All right, Steve, you're going to enjoy yourself here at the Gone Farmin' Spring Antique Tractor Auction.
kind of nice where we're sitting over here, Pat. We kind of get right in on the action. You know,
Yes,
it feels
we
like
do.
we're part of the crowd.
We get the first sneak peek at these tractors coming in, and this is no exception on this one. This is a high crop, 57 Ford 900, 5-speed, 3-point lift, live PTO, power steering. Great looking tractor. This was one again that was on display inside the building here the last couple of days, and got a lot of action.
Yeah, just another great looking tractor. Once again, these tractors never looked this good when they came out of the factory, but it's real nice to see that people are taking the time and doing them up like this and making them look better than new. And I got to say, I think this is the first one I've seen that's a high clearance row crop 900 at one of the Meekum Gone farming sales. So. Trying to get 57 and a half right now, or trying to get 57 and a half. We're kind of stuck at 5,500 right now. So
they start rolling it, they're going to get some action if it's coming. Still looking for the representative. They found the seller, and we'll see if he's going to take it. Start rolling it. And they've got a phone internet bid on this one. They got $5,750 on the internet, so now they're looking for $6,000. I think we're kind of drawing the buyers over here, Max. We got another one right in front of us here that's got the current bid at $6,000. Nope. Sold it for $6,000, that 57 Ford 900 high crop. All right, so lot number S93 coming in next. This is a 1948 FARMALL M.
Yeah.
A lot of information about this tractor, but it sure looks nice from here.
Yeah, it's a good looking tractor. Of course, it's got that pre-cleaner, the little mason jar hanging off to the side, and of course, the guys in the tractor hobby, we like ribbing each other. Like I'm in the John Deere, if someone's in the IH, we're always sitting there poking jabs at each other. But of course, the IH guys, they like putting that little John Deere tractor in that air cleaner, so it just kind of rolls around there, and they go, yeah, this
floats in there. Huh?
Yeah, thing's got so much power, it just sucked that John Deere right up into it. So that's about the only outstanding option on that tractor, other than the paint and everything else on it. It's real nice. And sells it for $2,000. So.
Great for the beginner collector right there. They did make a ton of those. There's a lot of them out there, but that was a pretty good buy on that tractor.
Yeah.
Now, here's a unique little ride coming in now. This is an S94, a 1954 FARMALL Super H. Nicely restored little unit. It's got that umbrella type cover on it. It's kind of cool. New tires, overhauled engine, completely restored. That umbrella canopy's kind of cool. This is a one-family owner tractor. It's got the hydraulics and the wheel weights. Neat example of a Super H.
Yeah, very nice example of Super H. And of course, this one here would be a Phase 2, because where the battery used to sit on the Phase 1s or Stage 1s, they now have the hydraulic box for the live hydraulic, and then they changed the front end on these tractors to accept the mountings for the newer cultivators and that. So just a real nice tractor, asking $5,000, kind of speaks for itself. So. And the Super H's, like I said earlier, only made 2 years, 53 and 54. When they made that transition from Stage 1 to Stage 2, I don't know, but just a real nice representation of a Super H, and I think the second one we've had on the auction here in the last couple days. So,
given the restoration quality and the history of this tractor, being a one-family owner, pretty good value right now at $4,500.
And of course this one here with the canopy and it's got the mirror on it, I would think that's been on a couple of the tractor drives. And
right around that $5,000 bid as they start rolling it out of the arena. He's talking to the owner right now about whether or not he's going to accept the bid. I don't think he's going to sell it.
I'm going to close it at $4,750, takes $5,500 for a building tractor.
Very close to the reserve on that, but the bid goes on at $4,750 on that 54 Farmall. Back into the green paint, 1972 John Deere, another 4320. It's got a new clutch. It's got the tight synchro range, factory weights on it. All the lights work on it. A nice, clean, solid-looking John Deere right here.
yeah, and got those Firestone tires on the back. Everyone likes having those 23-degree sure grips, I believe they're called. But when you said in the description about a tight synchro range on it, and with these tractors here, they moved the shifter from the floor of the tractor, kind of clean up that platform so you didn't have to step over or straddle anything. So they moved the shifters up to the dashboard. Well, also created a bunch more linkage and stuff that can wear out. So that's also something else you look at on these new generation tractors. You kind of want to watch what you're buying because you might have one that's all loose, and it gets pretty costly. You get in there rebushing all that and getting it all tightened back up. So, and I mean, this one's got some pretty nice paint on it, and it's rolling through. You can see a little bit of shine in the paint on the fenders and that, but still, these tractors have been hot the last few years. Of course, it's not bringing what those 4020s were bringing earlier, but power shift makes a difference too. So
right now we're hovering around $18,000. Once again, good to have you along here on RFD-TV watching our coverage of the 4th Annual Spring Classic. I'm Patrick Combs, sitting next to tractor aficionado Max Wilson at Meekham's Gone Farmin Antique Tractor Auction here at the Mississippi Valley Fair Center in Davenport, Iowa.
And the reserve was just pulled on this 4320, so it's going to go to a new home.
All right, it is right now hovering around $19,000, $18,500. $18,500, and it is sold down the road. So rolling in now is S97. This is a 1960 John Deere 530. This is a Roll-O-Matic. I'll let you explain what that is in a moment. It's got a pretty nice paint job, new battery, 3-point, rebuilt carburetor. So what's the Roll-O-Matic?
The Roll-O-Matic front wheel, what it is, it's on your front wheels, and it actually, instead of like being rigid mounted, where you'd catch a dead furrow or catch a rut or whatever and rip the wheel out of your hand, it smoothed the ride out and the front wheels would move independently of each other, but when one went down, the other one had to come up, so it just kind of walked. It was like a walking axle for the front end, and that was a John Deere exclusive, and they came out with that, and I want to say it was 47 was when it came out. They used that all the way up into the new generation. It was that good of a design, and it really kept you from getting fatigued if you were on uneven ground. The steering was still just as nice. You weren't on one wheel trying to muscle that tractor around. So
this one, another no reserve auction right now, hovering around $7,500. We do have an internet bid on this tractor, so it's a nice feature here at all the Meekham auctions as we let folks worldwide have an opportunity to bid on these amazing pieces of machinery.
Yeah, and very nice looking tractor with the 3-point correct third link on it. I mean, about the only thing missing from that is the fenders. Really make that what everyone's looking for in a 530. So
$7,500. Looks like the gavel is in the air, really close to being put down. Last call. $7,500. That 1960 John Deere 530. Another John Deere coming in here in fantastic condition.
Yeah, and this one's another really unique tractor too.
What 1957 John Deere 320V.
Yeah, and the 320V, what it was is stood for vegetable special. These were tractors that were kind of put into use as a medium high crop is what it is. And according to J.R. Hobbs, who was you think I'm a tractor guru, when it came to stuff, J.R. Hobbs was the man when it came to figuring out numbers and everything. He had access to the archives at John Deere, and he went through and wrote a book on a lot of the rare tractors and that, and according to him, there were approximately only 60 of the 320Vs built, so an extremely rare tractor. First chance I've ever seen for us to have one at the auction and be able to sell it. So
obviously a great restoration job. Still has the plastic on the seats even. This thing is in amazing condition. Very unique tractor.
Yeah, and I mean, the restoration on this, I was looking at this tractor earlier, last night after we got done with the signs and memorabilia. I was walking around looking at some of the stuff, and just a nice restoration on this tractor.
Right now it's at $18,000. They're looking for $18,500. And it looks like that Big Paul's talking to the owner, who, once again, from a nostalgic standpoint, is taking his own tractor through the ring, which is kind of neat. We're going to find out whether or not he's going to take it. I saw him shrug his shoulders, so I don't know if that's good or bad, but we'll see here in a moment whether or not he's going to take this close to $19,000 bid.
Yeah, and of course, any of the 320s are unusual, but to have one that's a vegetable V tractor is just, I mean, some of the rarest of the rare you're going to see. So.
Got $18,500. We're promising it to a good home. Paul's got his hands in the air. Now the tractor is selling for sure. It might have some renewed interest in the ring, because up to that point, nobody knew.
Well, and the other thing is, too, you heard Matt say the tractor's going to a good home as they're trying to get the guy to pull his reserve, and that's the amazing part is here at Mecum we are one big family, and you start figuring out who's who.
And it is sold for $18,500 at good-looking 57 John Deere. All right, we got a 1971 John Deere, another no reserve tractor. This is a 4020 model. It's gas, narrow front end, dual remotes, 3-point, nice straight tractor, researched by 2 cylinders, so it is got the 2-cylinder certification, it looks like. And one of 52 gas tractors built in 1971. You know, one of these tractors that's extremely rare here today.
Yeah, and I mean there were quite a few 4020 gases built. Not near as many as they did the diesels, but being one of 52 built in 71 kind of goes with what I was telling you before about, you know, by the mid-60s, a lot of tractors were going to strictly diesel power. So, and this one, when it came in, it sounded pretty good. It sounded like it ran out pretty nice. Decent tires all the way around, got some wheel weights on it. So,
it's selling to an absolute sale at no reserve. It's currently at $8,000.
And dual hydraulics on this tractor, so fairly well optioned for a gas tractor. So.
$9,500 currently. $10,000. Hammer goes down on that one. 1971 John Deere 4020. I think you're going to probably like this one. This is S106, a 72 John Deere 4620. It's got the cab. No air conditioning, though. It's being offered by the second owner. Brand new Firestone tires all the way around. Got that unique Firestone tread you talked about earlier. Believed to be 5,500 original hours. The hood is original. The rest of the tractor has been repainted. Has the original muffler. It's very clean, new radiator a year ago. That's a nice tractor.
Yeah, this is a nice clean representation of a 4620 with the Hinson cab on it, which was also, I believe, an option before Deere started coming out with their own cabs, or Hinson was making them for Deere. to fit around that roll guard to still make that cab safe. So looks like an aftermarket quick hitch on the back, but that shouldn't hurt the value at all on this tractor. It'd be a good horse for someone's farm, or take it home and restore it, bring it back and sell it with us. So
right now just about $12,000. Again, another no reserve auction, so this one is an absolute sale.
And the 4620s, I mean, they didn't sell, I don't think, that well. I mean, there was a call for that horsepower range, but they I think by that time IH was nibbling into the market share quite a bit. So
now we're starting to roll out. We've got a little bit more activity right now. We've got a 12,250 bid right in front of us, looking for 12.5. And there's 12.5, looking for 12,750.
And we got the bidder right out in front of us here.
12,750 currently, but we got an internet bid right now that's tempting at 13,000. 13,250 right in front of us. Is he going to let it go? Got it. 13,250. 13.5 on the phone.
And Big Paul out here, kind of looking like a conductor in front of an orchestra there, waving his hands around, trying to.
13,750 still in. Yeah. Still working the guy on the phone for 14,000. They're working it all the way to the end. He tried to do a half, but they're not going to take it. They're going to do 13,750. Yep, got it. New bidder. New bidder. All right, got it for 14,000 on the phone. Got it sold. Well, another John Deere coming in, something similar. This is a 4520. It's a 1969 model with the power shift. Yeah, got the campy on it with the roll guard protection, new rear tires. Same owner for the last 40 years on this tractor. It's got new starter and belts, 5,800 hours. Again, it's got the power shift. No 3-point on this tractor.
No, it doesn't even have the rock shaft on it, so mainly must have been mainly used for pulling heavy equipment and that. And this one here appears to be pretty close to original. Looks like the hood might have had a little bit of work done to it at some point, but pretty nice looking tractor. Got that big rubber on the back. Looks like when it was rolling through here, it looked like it still had the stickers on the tires, so that's how new the tires are.
14,000 bid, looking for 15. The reserve is off. We just hit the reserve, so this one is, again, going to a new owner. Many of the tractors, the vast majority being sold today. Very few on the bid goes on, and several of those were very close. So who knows, they might be put together yet. Right now we're at 14,000, looking for 14.5.
Yeah, actually looking at that tractor a little more from the back here, Pat, it's got the wide swing drawbar on it, so that's why it wouldn't have the 3-point on it. I'm kind of wonder if that's a 4520 standard power shift. We don't have that description in front of us, but.
Coming in next, S111 is a 67 John Deere 4020, and that is a beaut right there. Wow. Yeah. Fully restored, new seals, good rubber, new PTO clutch, single hydraulics, factory 3-point. All the gauges are new and work great. The main seals are replaced. That's a beautiful tractor. It's got that polished straight pipe on it.
Yeah, that's just that's what a 4020 should look like. I mean, paint-wise, it's just really sharp, clean tractor. No 3-point arms on this tractor. Not sure where they're at. It's got the rock shaft on it, but no arms. So.
Got 8,000, looking for 9 right now on S111.
Well, once again, we're in that five-digit area again.
This one, you know, certainly warrants a few $1,000s more just given the restoration job. This tractor was gorgeous when it came by.
Yeah, I'm going to assume that this is a synchro range. I didn't get a good look at the shifter when it came by, but still bringing a good amount of money. So
11.5 right now. Wait and see whether or not. Oh, it is a no reserve auction, so this one is selling right now at $11,500. No, $12,500. Now they're looking for 13. More activity as it starts rolling out of the arena. Last call at $12,500. And there's a internet bid on this tractor as well.
Yeah, we've had a lot of internet action today. Been a lot more bidding coming in through online. So
well, and that speaks to the integrity of the Mecum organization, because these folks that are bidding long distance trust the description that the Mecum folks provide, and know that they're getting a good piece of equipment for what they're paying. They've just got their $13,000 bid now, looking for $13,250. Still active on the internet. 13.5 is the bid. It makes that last tractor at just under 10,000 look like a pretty good buy. This is bringing right at 14 grand now. That one is sold. Which brings us to S123. This is a 1972. Another 4230. Beautiful restoration on this one. Completely restored. Frame out. The engine's been taken out and overhauled. The new injector pumps and injectors. The new turbo, new cam, new oil pump. It's just essentially a brand new tractor, Max. It's been completely rebuilt. It's got new tires, new wiring harness, new batteries and cables. This is just a stunning example of a 72 vintage 4320.
Oh yeah, and I mean this one here, you pretty much hit the nail right on the head. A brand new 4320. Looking at it right now, look at the price. We're trying to get 17.5. Just jumped to 20,000. We're asking now 22.5. I mean, it really speaks to itself. I mean, the guy's got it all documented here that everything on this tractor is new. So.
Reserve is off. This tractor is selling right now. They're looking for $22,000.
Yeah, and got Paul up there talking to the owner. I think he's working a little bit with the owner, but yeah, just everything on that tractor's done and done right. And I mean, even when they were running in here, there was no smoke. It didn't cough or nothing. It just.
No, that's essentially a brand new tractor. That's just gorgeous. And we're right now looking for 24.5. We got 24.5, looking for 25 as it starts rolling to the exit.
25. Does anybody else want to bid? We're last call, 26,000. I'm going to get it to 26,000, 27,000. How much have we get 7? 26 here, 7. How much have we get 7? Get 26.5. Is that 5? Is that 26.5? I get 26. I'm going to give him 26.5. Last call. And how to bid? Give him 5. 26 and 5. You want it? And how to bid? Give him 5. Sold it. $26,000.
$26,000 for that 72 4320. Mecum's Gone Farmin Antique Tractor Auction. Patrick Combs and Max Wilson. Been a lot of fun the last couple of days to watch all these tractors and signs and memorabilia come through, and we've got a couple more left for you here today.
Yeah.
This is a John Deere 6030 with a cab on it.
Yeah, in fact, they announced factory air conditioning on this, and got those big tires in the back and those inner wheel weights that I was talking about a little bit earlier. Weigh quite a bit, but these tractors here right around 200 horse, and I think you're going to start seeing these really start appreciating in value as the new age of collectors start buying, and as you can see, about $15,000 right now. It's just a nice straight old tractor with the factory cab on it. So
14,000. Looks like they get a little bit closer to 20,000. Looks like they'd meet somewhere in the middle, so who knows, they may get together on that one. It goes on. And that's going to wrap up day 2, Max, of the Meekham's Gone Farmin' Antique Tractor Auction. And the last couple of days have been fantastic. We've seen a number of amazing tractors, a lot of happy buyers, and a lot of happy sellers.
Yeah, it's been a good weekend all around. Moved some tractors in and out of here. Had some real neat, unique stuff come through. So looking forward to the next one.
And we'll do it again at the Meekham Gone Farmin' Antique Tractor Auction. You can learn more about upcoming auctions at meekham.com. And we look forward to seeing you next time. We appreciate you tuning in to RFD-TV. Once again, you can see our program on Tuesdays at 5:30 Eastern, 4:30 Central, and on Saturdays again, 11:30 Eastern, 10:30 Central, right here on RFD-TV. Until next time, Patrick Holmes and Max Wilson saying so long.